and welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're a new viewer, welcome back, hi. So, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I think it's been 2 weeks since I last posted. I don't remember last video I uploaded. But, I've just been busy. I really have no good excuse other than I've been busy. I'm looking after my landlord's dog for, well, it'll be 3 weeks. Next Thursday will be 3 weeks. It is currently, what date is it today? It's Friday the 27th, I think, of June 2025. And I've just been spending time with the dog. I've been loving it. I've been getting out and walking a lot more, which has been great. I've lost quite a bit of weight, which is good, and I'm just enjoying spending time with her. But I really want to do this video, so we're going to do it. We're going to hope that she doesn't come to my bedroom door and start barking. We will hope, because she is the sweetest dog alive, but she also has a very vicious and loud sounding bark. Okay. So we are going to do, this whole video is going to be the mid-year book freakout tag. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea. I have some Diet Coke in my new mug, travel mug. I love it. And let's get started. Okay, where did I put my phone? I'm recording this on my computer. That's why the quality is not that good, but you know, we do what we have to do. I've got my phone and I've got all the questions here and everything, so let's go to it. So sit back, answer any of these questions if you want in the comments below. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, but be respectful, and let's get started. Okay, there are 13 original questions. I know people have added on questions, but I'm just doing the 13. Okay, the OG take creators I'm sure they're still alive, Earl Grey Books and Read Like Wildfire. They are the OG creators. They created the take in 2016, I believe. So I will tag them below, but we're doing the mid-year book freakout tag. Okay, so the first question is, best book you've read so far this year? Hands down, I'm sure you know what it is, because I can't stop talking about this series. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I read this book in February. I can never say that month. February, I believe. I believe I read it in February, and it is the last book in the Throne of Glass series, which is now my all-time favorite series, and I loved it. Yeah, recommend Throne of Glass series. It was so good. I'm currently reading Avatar series as well from Sarah J. Maas, but I personally like Throne of Glass better so far. I'm on A Court of Mist and Fury, and I prefer Throne of Glass more, but you know, I just enjoyed the conclusion to Throne of Glass. It was so good. So good. Very big book. I have it up there. I don't know why I didn't bring it down to show you, but I'll put the pictures up here of the books that I don't have with me. Best sequel you've read so far. Okay, so this was a library book. It is, most of these are library books. Kingdom of Ash was one I owned, but best sequel I've read so far, I'm going to put Dead Tired by Kat Ailes. This is a humorous, cozy mystery. Kind of in the league of Finlay Donovan type books. And it features some woman. This is the second book in the series. The first book is called The Expected Detectives. It is part of the Expected Detectives mystery series. It's a cozy mystery. In the first book, we follow, I don't remember our character names, but 4 women, I believe, who are all pregnant, and they live in this kind of hippie town, this small town that has a lot of natural remedies and kind of out there things, and they all go to this special Lamaze group, and one of the ladies that is at the Lamaze group gets murdered, and they decide to solve the murder. So in the second book, which is Dead Tired, the babies, this is like a year later, and all the babies are now a year old, and the parents solve another murder, the mothers. And I just found this whole series. I'm looking forward to book 3 if it comes out. I'm looking forward to that. But the whole series so far is my thing is falling. Sorry, my cup was falling. The series is very funny, very relatable to me because I babysat little ones for 35 years and I love them so much. And so the second book, Dead Tired, which is what I'm talking about that I read this year, I just loved so much because it reminded me of little ones, like, 1, 2, 3 year olds kind of thing. They are just so unpredictable, and the mothers that are laid back but also stressed out because they're young mothers. They're mothers who have young kids, and it's hilarious. It's just so funny. And then there's a murder mystery, of course. The murder mystery was really good as well. They unexpectedly go to a protest, and they chain themselves to trees, and while they're all sleeping, someone gets murdered. But how did that person get murdered when everybody was chained up? Very good series. Very good. I can't think. I'm so tired. Very good book. I really enjoyed it. I laughed out loud so many times, especially at the baby's antics and about how the mothers dealt with the antics, because sometimes you're just like, well, you just have to roll with it. The kids do and say what they want to do and say, and you just kind of have to just keep going. And it was hilarious because, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but when kids, little ones, do or say something that embarrasses you, but really they're just kids, so you can't really blame them, and you just have to laugh at yourself and laugh at the situation and keep going. That's basically the vibes I got from this, and I just loved it. It was so good. Okay, recommend that series totally. The first book, Expectant Details, is all about pregnancy and before you give birth. I did not relate as much to that because I've never been pregnant, so. But it was still good. I mean, if you're a woman especially, it really hit home because, I mean, most women know about childbirth and about the effects it has on the body and stuff. I didn't really learn anything new out of that, but I didn't relate to it. The second book I related to, even though I'm not a mother. Okay. New release you haven't read but want to. I have 2 answers for this because I can't just give you one. So they're both at my library ready for me to pick up. So the first one is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Actually, I don't think it's at my library. I think I just have the audiobook already for that. I just have to listen to it. And then and that's a romance part of the Part of Your World series. And I love that series by Abby Jimenez. It's an interconnecting series, and it's so good. It's so emotional. Each of those books have just made me cry uncontrollably and yet swoon and love the romances, and they're so good. And Say You'll Remember Me, it's the newest one. Now, I know this book does deal with dementia and Alzheimer's. At least dementia. I'm not sure about Alzheimer's, but kind of nervous about that. But I know if anyone can pull it off, it's Abby Jimenez. And I will most likely cry my heart out. The next one I'm looking forward to reading is Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston's another one of my favorite romance authors. She writes magical realism into her books, and I'm not even sure what the magical part is in this book or what it's about. All I know I love her books. She wrote 7 Year Slip, which was a favorite of mine. The Dead Romantics, a novel love story. Loved all of them. So I'm looking forward to It Sounds Like Love. That is waiting for me at the library. Plus, I also have the audiobook. And I own the audiobooks of Say You'll Remembering Sounds Like Love. One of them I've got from audible.com when I had a subscription there. The other one, Sounds Like Love, I actually got a 3-month trial for audible.ca because I live in Canada, and they gave me a 3-month free trial. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I got that. I know it's kind of working the system, but I mean, if they're going to offer me both, I might as well take both. Anyways, I didn't have to prove I was in the United States or anything to get audible.com, so that's not my fault. Okay. I'm getting very defensive here. Okay. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have 4 answers for this. I couldn't just choose one. So we have Never Ever After by Sue Lynn Tan. Sue Lynn Tan wrote The Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I never read the second book, which was Heart of the Sun Warrior. I never finished it. I did start it, did not finish it. Not because I wasn't enjoying it. I just never finished it. I wasn't in the mood to read it at the time, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So I still need to read that. But this book is a new one, and apparently it's a fairy tale retelling, kind of like a Cinderella retelling, but with fantasy. Very interested in that. I love Sue Lynn Tan's writing. I think she's got beautiful prose, beautiful words. And so I don't know much about this book. I just saw it on Goodreads. I'm like, yep, add to shelf. Okay, the next one is another one I saw on Goodreads. You Are the Detective by Maureen Johnson. Maureen Johnson wrote the Truly Devious series. And this is another book by her, a YA thriller. I don't know much about it. All I know is you know what? I don't even know this for sure. Don't take my word for this. But I think it's kind of like a choose your own adventure type book. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But I'm intrigued from what I read about it. And I only read a couple sentences in the synopsis. I don't even know what it's about. I just want to read it. I don't believe it's part of the Truly Devious series. I did like Truly Devious. I did not read the last 2 books in the companion series to Truly Devious. I read The Box in the Woods, but I did not read, 9 Liars or something? And there was another one. I didn't read those, but, yeah. So, okay. Another one I'm looking forward to is Murder in Miniature by Katie Tietjen? Not sure how to pronounce that. It's Tietjen. This book I've really been looking forward to. It is a historical fiction based on the woman who in real life created miniature crime scenes for the police that they use now to train police officers and the FBI. And she's the one who created all that. So it's based on her life, and I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be a murder. I don't know for sure, but I'm looking forward to that. And then the last one is Mockingbird Court by Juno Black. I was going to say Juno Black. This is Juno Black is a pen name for 2 authors. And they write the Shady Hollow series, which I will also be talking about later on in this tag. And I have read all 5 of the ones this year of the Shady Hollow series. So this follows Vera, who is a fox. Yes, a fox. And she lives in this little town called Shady Hollow. And in this world, all the animals, all the woodland creatures they can all talk. They can all walk like humans. They can all, they're basically humans, but they're creatures. And I love that series. But the newest book 6 is coming out, Mockingbird Court. I want to read that. Biggest disappointment is question number 5. For this one, I put Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. This is the third and final book in the Emily Wilde trilogy. I gave it 4 stars, but I got dog hair all over me. I got a question. If you have a dog, how do you get all the dog hair off? I mean, I know there's lint rollers, but I literally went through a whole lint roller in 2 days. I can't afford to keep buying them. Anyways, that's beyond the point. Okay, so Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett. She wrote Emily Wilde. Duh. And this is the third book of the Emily Wilde trilogy, and I loved the first and second book. I gave them 5 stars. The third book, I was a bit disappointed in the ending. Loved it until the last 40 or 50 pages. It felt so rushed. To me, it felt like the author just wanted to wrap it all up in a nice little bow and get it done as fast as she could. And I would have preferred it to be longer, dragged out, more details brought in, more description. I didn't mind the ending. It's just how rushed it felt. It felt like we went from, because Emily Wilde, the book series, is very slow. It's very day-to-day activity. We follow Emily Wilde, who is a professor, and she is, in the first book, Encyclopedia of Fairies, she researches, okay, get it out, Cheryl. She researches fairies and writes an encyclopedia of fairies, because in this world there are fairies and fae. And there's a love interest, Wendell, who I love him so much. And in the third book, it kind of ties up one of the overarching mysteries throughout the whole trilogy. But it felt like we were going slow day-to-day activities like the rest of the other 2 books and the rest of the book 3, and then all of a sudden it's like bang, 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 and that's how it ends. And it just felt wrong. It felt like that's not how Emily Wilde and Wendell, as far as I know them from the other books, it's not how they would react to things. My own take, I mean, that's my own opinion. If you loved it, then that's great. I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. I did enjoy it a lot. It's just not a 5-star for me. But this is just my opinions on these books. If you disagree, that's totally fine. Biggest surprise is question number 6. For that, I'm putting the Shady Hollow series, again by Juno Black. I loved it. I thought I would like it, but I didn't think I would love it. Because, again, they're woodland creatures. They're like foxes and bears and rabbits and squirrels and crows, and they can all talk and they can all walk on their hind legs. And it seems ridiculous. It seems like a kid's book, but not the kind of kids' books I like reading. But these are adult books. Okay, I do think maybe older teens can read it, but there is murder in these books. There are cozy mysteries, there is murder, there's adult themes, reasons for the murder, things like that, like affairs, stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend it for kids, but I think maybe 15, 16-year-olds could read it, maybe. Anyways, I love this series. I fell in love with these creatures right away. To me, they're like people. And whenever I read, something about the crow, I forget her name, but her flying or whatever, I don't think of it as a crow. I think of a person just flying. I don't know. You just gotta try it. It's so good. They feel like real people. It's just so good, and I love the mysteries. They are so good. Yeah, I recommend that series so much. If you can get over the fact that all these creatures are living in harmony and can all talk, and they all, like there's a bear and a fox that are in a relationship. There's, yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's so cute, so good. I recommend that series. It is not a graphic novel. When I first got it, I thought it was a graphic novel. It is not a graphic novel. And the audiobooks are so good. I recommend the audiobooks. I forget who narrates them, but it's so good. Favorite new author? I have two answers for this, and for these, I have the books. So, one of them is Marie Benedict. I have read only one of her books, but I consider her a favorite now. I read, and I know technically you're supposed to wait until you've read 3 books, I think, before you consider them a favorite. No. I loved this book. It was the new book that came out this year. I think it came out this year. Queens of Crying by Marie Benedict. Loved it. Gave it 5 stars. And I immediately got 4 more books by her. And I am loving reading them. I only have 3 here because I forgot one of them over there. But we've got The Mystery and Mrs. Christie as well. But they are historical fiction based on real people. So we have The Mitford Affair, which I have not started yet. Her Hidden Genius, which I have started reading. And The First Ladies. So I am loving her writing. Her historical fictions are just so good. And I would consider her a new favorite. It was kind of hard to decide who to pick for my new favorite because I read a lot of authors that most of the books I've read this year so far are authors I've already read from. Another author that I love that I've only read 1 book from that I'm currently reading another book from, which I did not bring over. Sorry. But the book I read earlier this year it's Jill Hornby. And the book that I read earlier this year was Miss Austen, about Jane Austen. No, it wasn't about Jane Austen. It was about Cassie Austen, Jane Austen's sister. Loved it so much. It was so comfy and cozy. It had drama, but it was very well written. It was written very beautifully, and I just loved it. It's a very slow historical fiction, but very well done. So I picked up, I'm currently reading it. I don't know where I put it. I'll put the picture up here, though. It is, what is it called? It's another Jane Austen book. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Let me pause this. Okay, sorry if the view has changed a bit, but I found it. It's Godmersham Park by Jill Hornby. Loving this. I want to read everything that she's written. So I am on page 72 of this book, and again, it's a very slow historical fiction. It is about Jane Austen's niece, Fanny, who was the inspiration for, I believe it was Persuasion, I believe. And Jane Austen was very close to Fanny. And so I'm reading this. I'm loving it. And she is a new favorite author. Again, I've only read 1 book from her. I don't know where I put my phone. Where did I put my phone? I got so many books here. Here it is. No, that's not it. Where did I put my phone? Oh my goodness. Hang on. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Where did I put my phone? Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. No worries. Found it. I know you were worried. Okay. Newest fictional crush is question number 8. For that, I put Justin from Just for the Summer. This is and you're cricket. I'm so sorry. Just for the Summer. Justin, I just loved him. It is a romance novel, part of the Abby Jimenez world, the series. I talked about her newest one that came out. And Just for the Summer was so good. Justin, I fell in love with. He is just the greatest guy in the world. He's flawed. He has flaws. I don't know how much to say, but there's one aspect of that book that just melted my heart, and it made me just love him even more. I typically don't get crushes like book boyfriends, but if I was younger and if he was real, I would definitely date him. Just saying. So yeah, I liked him. Newest favorite character. For that, I picked up Phillida Bright from Murder at Mallowan Hall by Colleen Cambridge. This is another Agatha Christie retelling, which I'm really loving these days. I've read two books about the Queens of Crime, which include Agatha Christie, and then I'm also reading the mystery Mrs. Christie, which is about Agatha Christie's disappearance when she was missing for something like 11 days or whatever. And that happened in real life. Phillida Bright is the fictional housekeeper of Agatha Christie after Agatha Christie marries Max Mallowan. So, this is after the disappearance, after she divorces Archie, who cheated on her. And she's a character in the book, but she's not the main character. The main character is Phillida Bright, who is the housekeeper, and she solves crimes. And Agatha Christie helps her solve crimes, but she's not like the main focus, which I really enjoyed. I really liked it. Phillida Bright, I've tried reading this book several times in the last few years, and I never finished it. And then I tried again, and I pushed through the first few pages, which now I realize I didn't have to push through because it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I loved it. She is very sassy, very, she knows what she's doing, and I love her. She's just a great character, and I just love her. Okay. Book that made you cry. For that, I am picking Miss Austen by Jill Hornby again, because there was a scene in that book that made me bawl. It was so good. And I've only cried really twice this year. I usually cried historical fictions, and I did cry with Miss Austen by Jill Hornby. It might be pronounced Gil Hornby, but I think it's Jill, so I apologize if I'm wrong. Which, if you don't know, Jill Hornby is Nick Hornby's sister. Nick Hornby is an actor. I know him from some movies. I don't remember what movies, but I knew his name. And when I saw Jill Hornby, I automatically thought of Nick Hornby, so I looked it up, and that's his sister. Anyways, I have no words. It was a beautifully written book, and I cried. I cry easily in historical fictions. I'm sure I will cry with these Marie Benedict books. I'm pretty sure I'll cry for them. And I'll probably cry for this book as well. But, yeah. Okay. Book that made you happy. For this one, I picked the first book that I read this year. And that was My Salty Mary by Cynthia Hand, Jodie Meadows, and Rhodey Ashton. This is book 3, I think, of the Mary books. These 3 authors are called the Lady Janies. They're referred to as the Lady Janies. They wrote the trilogy of the Lady Janies, which included a retelling of Jane Jane Grey, is that her name? The queen that, I think it was Jane Grey, the queen that was beheaded like a few days after she was made queen in real life. And then the second book is My Plain Jane, and that is about Jane Eyre from Charlotte Bronte's book. And then the third book is My Calamity Jane, which is about Calamity Jane, who was a real life person. And it's hilarious retellings of their stories that include some fantastical things and magical things. And it's so funny. Those series are hilarious. They're so funny on audio too. They are just so good. And My Salty Mary was a retelling of the first, I believe it was the first woman pirate, and then also a retelling of The Little Mermaid. Loved it. It was so good. It's very silly. But it's so good. And there's romance in it, which is even better. It's hilarious. They break the fourth wall a lot and talk to you as the reader. And it's that, I love them. I love this whole series of interconnected books. They are just so good. And, yeah. Recommend them, especially on audio. If you listen to audiobooks, I would recommend them on audio. They are historical fiction, so they are based on historical characters or historical people, historical events. They just kind of switched it up a bit and made it kind of fantastical and magical and a bit silly, and I loved it. Okay, most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. To be fair, I've only bought a few books, but I think my favorite, Fourth Wing, because the dragons, I love it so much. So this book, if you don't know what Fourth Wing is, where have you been? It is a romantasy. Love this series. I still have to read Onyx Storm. Don't come at me. Another book I bought this year. It's got an indigo sticker on it still, but it is Sunrise of the Reaping, and I think this is beautiful too. Books you need to read by the end of the year. Okay, so I have a bunch of books I want to read by the end of the year. First is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I had gotten it out from the library once before, didn't finish it in time, had to bring it back because a lot of people had that on hold. So I need to finish that. That's the third book in the Powerless series. Next, I have Rebel Witch, which is the second book in the Crimson Moth series by Kristen. Somebody told me how to pronounce this. Ciccarelli? I always want to say Cicarelli, but I heard that there was another booktuber who asked her how to say her name, and she said it was Ciccarelli, but she answers to anything really. So, Kristen Ciccarelli, this is book 2 of The Crimson Moth. The first book was called Heartless Hunter in Canada and US. In the UK, it is called The Crimson Moth. So, I gotta finish that. A book that I have waiting at my library right now is Bait and Switch by Karina Moss. This is the newest book in the Cheese Shop Mysteries Cozy Mystery series. Love that series. I think I've given every book 5 stars, so I'm looking forward to that. Then I have, these are all in the wrong order. I have the Hunger Games series. I have only read the first book before. I've seen all the movies. Well, not all the movies. I haven't seen the Songbirds of Ballad and Snakes. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. But I have here, I got The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay. I do not have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I will be buying it soon, hopefully. but I have Sunrise on the Reaping. I just really want to read them and do a vlog for them. Then the ACOTAR series, which is over there. I don't know why it's way over there. But I've read the first book, and I really want to read the rest of the series this year. I am in the middle of Court of Mist and Fury. I also have A Court of Wings and Ruin out from the library, so I want to read that. And then another book that I don't know where it is. Oh, I see it. Now I see it. But it is Onyx Storm by Lauren Roberts, the third book in the Fourth Ring series. I have to finish it. I just have not finished it. I'm intimidated by it because the next book won't be coming out until 2026 or possibly 2027. And I know it's going to hurt me. I've heard both good and bad reviews of Onyx Storm, and I'm scared to read it. I am looking forward to it. Unpopular opinion, I liked the second book, Iron Flame. I did enjoy it, so I'm thinking I'll like it, but I also know Lauren Roberts likes to put at the very end a cliffhanger, and I don't know if I can handle that. Anyways, those are the books I want to read by the end of the year. It is 36 minutes, this video. I am so sorry, but that is the book Freakout, mid-year book Freakout take. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to take anyone because I think everybody's done it so far. But, yeah, if you want to do this video, by all means, go ahead and do it. You're tagged. And also, if you do this video as well on your channel, tag me on it so I can watch it. I'd really like to see it. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd really appreciate it. When you give a thumbs up to people and like their videos and share the videos and comment and everything, it helps the algorithm know that you enjoyed the video and that it will show my video more to people in their recommended feed, and it just helps promote my channel. So if you want other people to watch these videos, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. Let me know if you agree with me on any of these books, or if you disagree. Please be respectful, but give me the tea. I don't mind. I can handle it. Also, I have 2 other channels. I have Cheryl Knits and Crochets. Nope, that's not the channel name. Yeah, I think it is Cheryl Knits and Crochets. I can never remember my channel names. Go ahead. I will take that channel below as well. You can go ahead and subscribe to that, where I show you my knitted and crochet items. And then I also have an authortube channel where I talk about my writing, and that is Cheryl Writes Books. I don't know why I don't remember my channel names. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. God bless you in all you do. Bye, guys.